So we really, again, are fortunate to have Beth Boyle. Beth is the senior account manager for both New York and Connecticut of Shaw Contract, which is a very well-known company in this specific area. We'll turn it over now to Beth. We're so glad to have her. Beth, many, many thanks. Please welcome Beth Boyle.
Thank you, everyone. So, as I started to say before, Shaw Contract is the world's largest carpet manufacturer. We have carpet, we also have vinyl, and other hard surfaces, so it's a good, perfect solution for any multi-family housing project. We are just the manufacturer, not just the manufacturer, we are the manufacturer. We don't sell, we don't install, but I can recommend John highly, and he's, fantastic flooring installer. He can come help with any questions you might have with your spaces and so forth. So we can work together in any needs that you might have. So the first thing I wanted to talk about, I guess, were the trends. And that's what everyone wants to know, where things are going. And for the multi-family housing segment, they really are trying to make it more of a hospitality environment, like a hotel. And so it's a little bit more homey in the lobby and community areas and so forth. And then, obviously holding up, more and more people are having pets. It's just increased, so the carpeting and the vinyl flooring has to be able to withstand pets, and it's also bringing on the onset of carpet tile versus broadly, which is like a wall-to-wall carpet. More and more places are using carpet tile than ever before. It's easy to install, it's very efficient, you have a little bit less waste. The price difference, it used to be when carpet tile was introduced, I guess 15, 20 years ago, it used to be a lot higher than volume, and I think that the difference has come down significantly. But we offer a wide variety of products in all different price points, both from the hard surface standpoint to the carpet. So whatever your budget, whatever you're looking for, I'm always happy to come meet with you and see your space and talk to your board, talk to your residents. And one great thing about Shaw is the lifetime warranty for the carpet and 15-year warranty on most of the vinyl. And we have a maintenance staff that can train your maintenance people. We can, by video or other things. Any other customer service questions you might have, if you're Chip Creek and you want to know what kind of flooring to put on top, or any kind of questions you have, we have a great tech service department that can help answer that too. So you're not alone in any way here. And of course, John can help with all that too. So these are just some images of things that we've done. This is a hospitality type broadloom, a little bit more traditional, depending on the quantity of flooring that you need. We have a wide variety of things. Well, the biggest trend, as I mentioned before, is the move to hard surface. So one of the biggest areas is the vinyl plank. And Shaw just purchased US Floors about 6 months ago. So US Floors is not a new company. We just took them over. We've had vinyl for many years. We purchased this company because it's got a lot of great benefits. First of all, there's cork on the back. So there's some sound abatement. And like we pass this around, I also have folders. There are a lot of different sizes and shapes and species, depending on what you're looking for. And it can click in on all sides, so you don't need to use any adhesive. But again, the benefit is the sound IIC rating that it offers. So you don't get telegraphing from floor to floor, and it looks beautiful. I put it in my kitchen. I'm really happy with it. So this is one of the products with the cork in the back. And then we also have a full line of products that don't have cork that are also wonderful, and they're actually quiet. I've had, like I said, the Larchmont Library has this installed, and they were concerned going from carpet to vinyl, and it's quiet, and they didn't even have the sound abatement benefit. So there are a lot of different wood visuals and different sizes, shapes, species, whatever you're looking for, whatever type of setting in your building. And then there are the concrete version. So everybody wants the polished concrete look. A lot of times we'll do something like this and then put an area rug on top. This comes in 4 different colors, and it also has the cork on the back. But we also have another product that doesn't have the cork. So the ones without the cork are a little bit less expensive. And what else can I tell you? So we've got the concrete, we have a whole bunch of different vinyl patterns. So depending on what you're looking for, we can probably find a solution depending on your budget and that kind of thing. Usually in stock, but not always, so we don't like to guarantee that. So if your timing is tight, let me know ahead of time and we can we can talk about that. So that is one of the biggest trends, the move to hard surface, as you can see everywhere. You know, in gyms, these are all polish optional, no waxing, no buffing, very easy to maintain. Things like that, I want to not do big chunks of solid color, because it's going to show dirt, it's going to show scratching. Everything, even VCT scratches, so it's, you can't avoid it, but this has a 20 mil wear layer, which is something that is put on it to protect it from scratching and so forth. But a good rule of thumb is to go with a medium dark color, not too dark, not too light in terms of showing dark, showing dirt, and then medium embossing. Bless you. So if it's medium embossing, meaning it's got the ridges that you can feel the wood and the knots and so forth, that's a good way to go for holding up and not scratching and so forth. So that's just a quick synopsis on some of the hardware, because like I said, I probably have 50 different options, so if there's something you're looking for, let me know. If you want an organic pattern, we have a hexagon vinyl product, all different heights, so if you don't want to have a transition to carpet, things like that we can talk about. Now, carpet, as I mentioned before, hospitality is a big area in multifamily. Everybody wants it to be like a hotel and upscale and that kind of thing. Even the senior living and memory care kind of places really want it to feel homey. So that's sort of the trend on where things are going. And I have some samples over here. And for example, carpet tile is the most popular, and it's great, especially if you've got pets in your building. And some people used to think that, oh, they don't want carpet tile because you're going to see the seams and so forth, and you can really see when you look here how that's not really true anymore, if that's what you want. There are patterns where you absolutely can see the seam, and that's the intent, and a lot of the designers and architects want that. But then there's also people that want it to look homey, like an area rug, that kind of thing. They don't want to see seams, and we've got a lot of options like that too. This is a higher end product price point wise, as you can probably tell. There are others that are beautiful that are not so expensive. So again, depending on what you need, like this is installed at Jefferson Place here in White Plains, this diffuse carpet tile, not very expensive. We just did Bank Street here in White Plains, and that's got a higher end carpet tile, which is a little bit more money. You know, depending on your budget, depending on what you want, and also you can blend it. So if you want to spend a little bit more money in the lobby, in certain areas, we can do that and then marry it with a coordinating, less expensive product, that kind of thing. So there's a million different options that we can do. And like I said, I'm always happy to come look at your space and provide some ideas, get you samples and that kind of thing. And if they need us to do a rendering, we can do that also if they want to visualize it, or they're torn between a few different scenarios or colorways, that kind of thing. So that's just a service that we offer. So that's one carpet tile option. There are a lot over here if you want to come take a look. Different colorways. Sometimes people like to do a border. So they might do like a solid border, and I've got some samples over here as well. I think that that's a little bit like old school, the whole border, I don't know where to go, so. But, this is a little bit of an old school thing, I would say, right, John? People aren't doing border so much, but if that's the way you want to go, this is usually done with the broad loom, I'll show you in a second. But what you should also do is do a carpet tile that complements and put it around the edge. A lot of times the corridors are long, and you don't want to make it look longer like a bowling alley, so sometimes we'll run the carpet tile horizontally to break that up. And it can help with any questions you might have and advice. And you know, if there's something that you like and you think you want to go with it, I can get you a few more samples to play around with, different installation methods, whether you want to stagger them or herringbone. We don't usually recommend herringbone in corridors because they're just not that big of a space, but if it's a big lobby or something. So some really beautiful carpet tile. We use this in New Rochelle on North Avenue, and I'm sure the people would let us see, you know, in terms of getting it, see that we just met the board. It's a very organic pattern, you can't really tell from me holding it up, but it's beautiful. And again, the busier the pattern and the more loop and cut pile you have, the better it's going to hold up. You don't want to do all cut pile. You know, loop is good. That's what's going to. The loop is actually when the yarn is bent over, so it doesn't crush. Whereas the cut pile, you can see the wear on it. So a combination of that, just like with the hardwood, the vinyl, you want to have the mixed color and embossing. You want to have mixed cut and loop on carpet to hold up. Whether it's carpet tile or broad loom. And so I'll talk about broadloom now because sometimes there are, if you just want broadloom, it can be a little less expensive if you really have a tight budget. And, or if there are stairs, so you don't have the broadloom, like we're making carpet tile on stairs, that's something else you could do. Basically, there are endless possibilities, so, you know, we're doing a property in Brooklyn right now, we want to broadloom, so, you know, there, and it's beautiful. You know, and I recommend, if you want recommendations of places to see things installed or to compare, you know, I can provide that as well. The other thing is base with carpet in these multi-family corridors. A lot of times, people need carpet base. So basically, what that is they'll take carpet, this product, you know, a solid or a complementing pattern one. This is your carpet on the floor, and then this is your molding, made out of carpet. I don't know if Doc can tell you the price point where this stands versus vinyl, pricing-wise. If you do molding out of the
Not that much of a difference, carpet tile versus vinyl tile, but vinyl base, not that much of a difference.
yeah, I think it warms it up a lot.
Yeah, it's not nicer, it doesn't scuff, you don't see the seams. The carpet base is a lot nicer.
Yeah.
We did a hotel in Brooklyn, all carpet tile, and all carpet base in all the hallways, and all the residential rooms.
And this collection comes in 100 colors, so there's usually a yarn in a pattern, whatever you pick, that has a coordinating
I'm sorry?
rug.
Guys, are you ready to take some questions?
Oh, yeah.
Great. So, for commercial, there are a couple of key questions that I have for
Sure.
Accurate. And that has to do with durability, installation, what are they doing, how do they compare with other vinyl in terms of solvent resistance? You know, people will spill oil, they'll spill alcohol.
Depending on what,
Stuffing, cats, dogs,
Yeah.
doing their thing. What's the durability of this product?
of what, carpet base or
No.
carpet tile or?
Vinyl. Yeah, I'm looking at this, for instance, as an alternative to Home Depot commercial tiles.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you go with a WPC product, which is gonna be a waterproof product, you get, there's urination spills, it's not gonna go through the product, it's gonna stay topical, so you can clean it up. If there's water spills, it's gonna stay on, it's not gonna damage the product. So pretty much the new products, the WC products that are out there are pretty much indestructible. You can put them down in the hallways, longevity, you're not gonna have any problems with it.
Person's apartment.
The personal apartments,
Yeah, you know, dropping stuff on it, because the Home Depot tiles, they don't last.
they don't let, they're inexpensive and, I don't wanna talk about other people's products,
They're
but
going to stick.
yeah, it's an inexpensive product, totally different. So we do a lot of commercial work, a lot of multi-family work. So the last couple of jobs that we've been doing, honestly, is all vinyl plank. We just did a building in Jersey, it's 100,000 feet. Got another building in Jersey, it's 200,000 feet. All the apartments are all vinyl plank. No more wood in the apartments, they're all rentals, high-end rentals, and they're all doing a glued down vinyl plank to the substrate. So the floors are pretty much indestructible. And if somebody does this damage, one or two tiles, you just heat them, take them up, replace them, and you're done.
Okay, how do you install it?
It's glued down to the subfloor.
Something like this
Right.
is.
So it's glued down and it's a flowing floor product. The stuff that we're doing in all these residential buildings right now is a glued down product.
Right.
So this product gets directly glued down to the subfloor.
You put the glue down, you let it sit for a while, and then you put.
Yeah, you spread the adhesive out, you trial it out, you roll it out, and then you start about installing the plank. So they make it as,
Stuff, move up through the seams.
absolutely not. No, if it's moving up through the seams, there's way too much glue on the floor. So they install it as though nobody's doing. That's the only time you get glue on through seams.
You provide installation or
Absolutely.
self-product?
No, we do both.
And you want to go with a good installer because somebody's
It's important,
been doing it
right.
for years, experience, and stand behind this.
And we do all brand new high rises. So we're doing it, we do half volume work. Sorry.
Flex, if
It
you
is
just
what's great about vinyl.
flex.
That's like
You
something.
put it on the floor after it's glued down. Let's say the floor may not be sound. Does this have some give?
Yes,
Or do
so you have some give, and if the floor is not perfectly smooth, it's also, in all buildings and stuff like that, if the floor is not perfectly smooth, it's gonna work because you might have a deflection in the floor and stuff like that, so it will take the contour of the subfloor. If the floor is really bad, then we'll self-level it, or we'll patch it out to make it smoother, so you don't have, but if there's a small, hump in the floor or something like that, then you just go right over it.
Can we give,
Yeah, sorry.
On the hard floor, what do you have for noise reduction?
I have to-
On a hard surface floor, there's a product that has a caulk patch backing on it, so it's gonna give you some give, it's gonna also give you a sound, ITC rating. So the sound for multi-family apartments, you have to have an ITC rating. So when you have the attached caulk or attached underlayment, you're not gonna get a sound transparent going from one floor to the other.
so what if the floor is a suspended floor?
Some floors are, some floors
Suspended
aren't.
with, you know, the traditional, the real oak floor wood?
Is nailed down to the
The
subfloor.
nail- yeah.
Right.
And what do you suggest for that?
What do you mean, right?
For soundproofing, because that's the major problem that we've got.
So you wanna put something underneath that?
Well.
If it's down around you, you can't do anything, let's put something on top of it.
Well, what would you suggest to put on top? That's the economical way of doing it.
Right, so that we use a vinyl plank with a caulk underlayment. And that'll stop the sound transparent going from one floor to the other.
Reduce some of the squeakiness.
The squeaking is we can screw this, that's where the squeak is on the wood floor, is the nail running up and down,
Right,
it's a
yeah.
slow move. So what we can do is we can screw the floor down, because you're not gonna care about the finish anymore. If we screw the floor down, that's gonna take away the squeaks, and then we can put a floor over that. And then it'll give you longevity, it'll give you less noise reduction, and it'll give you better wear and tear.
And that's with a cork under.
Caulk underlayment, yeah, it's attached caulk. You have a product with that,
I do.
attached caulk.
Okay, they come in all different
It is
sizes.
a waterproof floor too, so if people have to spill anything, or they have dogs that you spill,
Or if
in
you've got
water.
water coming from the,
Right, it's still, the floor is not gonna get damaged, so you're not gonna get any buckling or anything like that with that floor.
We have until 1 o'clock, so we got another 15 minutes, so
okay.
we'll have to go on.
This is hugely a problem for us.
Yeah, we can solve that problem for you, if you want, I can come out and do an apartment for you, just have a test apartment, you know what I mean, see how it works, I have no problem with that. It definitely works. There's all these new high rises and everything that they're building, all that have a sound rating. So, you know, if you build anything in New York City, you'll have to have an underlay or some sort of sound property, you can have a sound transparent if you want to look together.
Oh, you don't want to take a sample?
What's nice about this product, you don't have to, if you ever have ceramic tile down, you go over ceramic tile, you can go over a hardwood floor, you can go over pretty much anything.
If you have VCT and you don't want to deal with the abatement of asbestos,
Right, you can go over. I'm sorry, man.
So for installing flooring like vinyl on a ground level entrance or lobby, would that be recommended as far as worried about, if you're worried about slipping or the salt or calcium coming in
Not gonna
like?
affect it.
but you should have a walk-off carpet.
Should have a
probably
walk-off
first
pad for
6
any
to 12
subfloor.
feet.
That's good, I'm sorry.
I should say, first 6 to 12 feet when you first come in, you should have a walk-off carpet, and it can come in a carpet tile, or you can actually install it, or you can have an area rug made of it. But this should be fine with that anyway.
The vinyl itself
But you
doesn't
want to
really
have them clean their feet before
They
they.
make a 6 mil and a 20 mil, so in a lobby where you have a lot of traffic, you wanna use a thicker vinyl. So you're not gonna slip on, people, it's not gonna move, people aren't gonna get hurt, and you encapsulate over the existing floor, you don't have to rip off the old floor, which is nice, you don't have to spend all that extra money, rip it off floors, put tile down, and something, they go right over it. Yes.
Slipperies, are they slippery?
Most of the products have on the back of the folder, and I can get them for whatever product you're considering, the slip resistance information. So the ASTM, which will tell you what the slip resistance is, but.
I mean, anything wet is gonna be slippery, so if there's water on the floor, you walk through it, you're gonna be slippery.
Are they flame retardant?
Yeah, they're all
Yeah.
class A.
Class 1, yeah.
Yeah. And again, when you get down to narrowing down the product, if you want all the maintenance information and the warranty information and all of those questions, I can get you, but I can tell you everything that I have is fire rated. It's not code for putting it up the walls, that's the only thing. But for the floor, it's fine.
Do you
Yes.
have any decorating services to go along with this?
Yeah. I could come out, Beth, I've been doing it 30 years, so we got some ideas and do a lot of projects, so we can definitely help you, but
We can do a rendering.
we do kitchens and bathrooms in the store also, we have designers and decorators in the location. And then Beth does a great job of actually coming out and showing, you know,
Yeah.
clients or your board members or whatever. We've done a couple of projects together, where we did a couple of maintenance companies, and we're doing a condo project in the Merrimack. We're doing actually actually, so we're doing a Comstock development. You all know Eric Abraham because he was the president at one time. So we're doing the flooring, he's building, I think it's 21 apartments in Mamaroneck, and he was gonna do laminate, and we had talked, I had a conversation with him, and we're doing this type of WPC product in all the apartments. 16,000 feet going in all the apartments, so it's gonna have the caulk, attached backing on it, it's gonna be a floor installation, and if anybody wants to see it or talk to them about it, we're doing that for 690 in Mamaroneck area, we're doing that project as we speak.
I think that's one of his biggest projects so far.
Yes.
We're coming up to 12:50, so Beth, do you have anything else in your presentation, or should we go to?
I'm just gonna give out my card, if you have any questions, let me know. Happy to help. And if I don't know the answer, I have somebody back at the mill that does.
Do you have any specifications that we can take or get online? Particularly about the transfer of sound?
And then this way, if you have any questions, if you want to have these, or if you want to come into the store, we have all different final floors down, so you can see. Yes, so the store is Flooring Kitchen Design Center, but that's our commercial division, and we're right by Sam's Club in Elster. So we're building right next to it, so we shoot the address, and we'll write the name of the building. Okay.
You want to see Shaw in?
Well, all I have to say is, this has been one of our visual
She's a
presentations.
manufacturer,
Anybody who hasn't had their parking.
we install, we sell it.
Thank you for coming.
Decorate.
Parking, and I guess,
You're welcome.
Over there. Yeah. Oh, great.